There's no if the question's only environment.
No, it's
there's
both.
no
It's both.
okay because there's no arguing that electric cars are better for the environment.
No,
There is.
how? No.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now.
tell
I'll tell you right now.
us.
Okay, so to make them, they're not using electricity to make them. They're using stuff. They're polluting. But
They're
then
using
you gotta think. No, you gotta
okay.
think.
Where
A
do you
gas
go?
car is just straight metal, right? That battery. That's like the only thing polluting. But think about it. When your electric car gets thrown to the junkyard, that thing's just gonna sit with the acid batteries and all that.
All right, I need
So
a
you
big old
say
drink here.
something and someone's here and then they pass it on?
Oh, ain't too fast on my turn. Oh no. What did you do? That was a bad turn.
2016 will go down as the best year in human history solely because of football. Hello and welcome to your local teams. You wanna introduce us to?
That's good. What episode are we on?
3.
3.
Season 2, episode 3.
Bye.
It's season 2, episode 3, like we said.
Are we rolling?
Part 2.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Part 2 of Middle Ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Except
we're gonna have the same conversation except
Brody.
Brody got replaced with Andreas. Braylon got added. Max is gonna come later because Max is a bum and is lazy.
And
Carson's here. Was Carson here before?
Yeah. Wait, is that gonna be able to
Oh,
hear
yeah,
us
he
good?
It'll be good.
Okay.
bad, Carson.
Okay.
It'll be good enough.
I feel like we just have to talk a little bit louder.
Maybe. So
We'll figure it out in post.
for people who don't know middle ground, we'll all go up to the back. We'll ask a question. If somebody agrees, they'll go and sit there. They'll have a conversation on the green pads, and then bring in the people who disagree on the yellow pads. And
You find a middle ground.
we found the middle ground.
Yep. You find the in between of the two arguments.
Or just keep disagreeing. Maybe
Yeah.
we might end up needing to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Depending on how.
Okay, let's get this started.
Do we have some good questions?
Yeah, you can scoot back a little bit.
That's
maybe.
what I was thinking because it was pretty. It looked pretty quiet on the
There you
voice
go.
memo.
The bars are a little better. There you go.
Nice.
All right, let's go stand up. Let's
Get
get
it
it
done,
done.
Jen.
All right.
Bars.
Tap water is better than bottled water.
I even have to think about that. Tap water is better than any bottled water out there. I'm sorry if you disagree with that, you're wrong. I can't find a middle ground with this. If you like bottled water, you're just wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, I understand that some tap water is no good. Like we went to Sioux Valley the other
Right,
day,
that
and
water
their
was
tap
bad.
water was horrible. I think they fed that one out of a hose, granted, but just filled up our jug with that. But if you go to any single person's grandparents' house, their tap water is the best.
Honestly, my grandparents' tap water.
My
is
grandparents' tap
amazing.
water, they live in Fargo, North Dakota, so that's bad. My other grandparents, though, so you gotta be quiet. Sorry. It is. It's better. It's got that little hint of iron.
Yeah, it has a nice.
Or
there's the
sulfur at my
minerals.
house.
Well water. We live in the mountains, kind of the mountains. We live in the hills. The Black Hills especially. But the water's so good, straight out of a well.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes
a
it
lot
tastes
of
like
us don't
sulfur.
live. A lot of us don't have wells. But yeah, just right out of a well is just
Yeah, the
that's where it's
well.
at.
If it's like city water,
City water's average,
it's
It
pretty
is
average.
but it's still our city water is better than city water anywhere else. It just tastes good. I used to drink straight out of, we'd have Summer Exos and whatever, and I drink straight out of the sink.
Oh yeah.
The automatic sinks, I tilt my head over and just get water.
I mean, it's just better. It's not coming out like a plastic bottle.
I know. It's good.
It's just
Plus,
not all.
it's cheap and free.
Yeah.
Well, not free technically, but way cheaper than getting it in the bottles.
Yeah,
Exactly.
bottled water, especially at games or stuff, like $2.
I know.
Exactly.
That's
Way
way
too expensive.
overpriced.
All right,
do you think,
you're
Braylon?
welcome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braylon just
Bra-
thinks.
Braylon's I'm a little nervous to talk.
Too busy thinking.
You're a little shy.
I just think there's no way that the kind of purified water you get from tap water is better than the fully purified water you get out of the plastic bottles. I don't know. My water has been said to taste like garlic.
It does taste like garlic.
I like garlic.
Not that kind of garlic.
And sulfur, especially, and iron. I would just way rather have. I can find myself drinking a bottled water way faster than I can my tap water. My tap water has more flavor, but not necessarily a good thing. In
Yeah,
that case.
my tap water has more flavor. That is not a good flavor.
You gotta just live in a better spot.
And I feel like
No.
if I drink a
Some-
lot of my tap water,
You're
I
gonna
get
die.
like sicky. Like my like purified water, I can drink like 2 bottles and I'll feel fine.
Yeah.
I
So
feel
our
like I agree with like both sides, but
Yeah.
if I had a bottle of water from my house in front of me and just a bottle from the store, I would take the bottle from the store. Just because it's like, it's better.
my well is in the bottom of a kind of a little valley thing, open field. It's some good water.
I would agree that some tap water that comes out of well, is a little funky.
You're right about that.
Would
yeah.
agree, but I would say on the average, it's good. And those nice minerals just make the water less bland, honestly.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. It does make
I
it
mean,
less
some,
bland.
like yours, might be garlicky and it might be terrible, but
I
If
still don't think
if
it
I
tastes like
want
garlic.
ice cold water though, ice cold water is better. Like in a bottle,
Yes.
like refrigerated,
Yes.
a bottle is better. I will say
Yeah.
that.
I sure like got one of those
Yeah.
fancy like machines that you can just pour water straight from your refrigerator and it's like ice cold.
Yeah, we have that, but it
That
doesn't.
stuff sucks.
It
Mine
leaks,
sucks.
so we turn it off.
We got one. We just never installed it.
Yeah, I feel like we can just agree to disagree here. I don't really know if there's really a
in some
middle
cases,
ground.
one
Yeah.
another better,
Right,
but
yeah.
I think
you
we
can't
both
compare
water-
Fiji water to tap water.
Because Fiji water's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should
So-
be on this side.
No, but you
Yeah.
like
But
average
tap
tap,
water-
water
Okay.
is better than an average bottle of water.
Okay.
What's the best kind of bottled water?
That's kind of. So this glacier one that comes in a metal bottle at Kroll's. That stuff is pretty good.
That's expensive.
It's
like
I've
$3.
never
That's-
That stuff
neither
probably
have
just
I.
comes out of someone's well. They're probably packaging.
They market it. Smart water is where it's at, but
Smart
people-
water, the flavored ones. You ever tried
no,
those?
I don't have the flavored ones. I've never bought Smart water before, but like people at my work will leave them, and I'll drink them. That's some good water right there.
Do you remember, Nick, when we were doing some kind of like open field or something? Mr. Max is here. We were doing some kind of deal at the field, and we were both like, and we didn't have any water, and we found that one.
That
bottled
Smart water?
Yeah.
Max.
That was the best
Tap
water.
Tap
I've
water
ever had.
better, bottled water
Bottled
better.
water.
Thank you, Max. So Max, your well's probably in like the same relative location as mine.
Yeah, we have like a little filter, so we don't have metal in it. But
Oh, we don't have a filter.
yeah, we have
We
like
have.
our water was like
I was like,
orange
no, we
when
don't. We
bought
don't
the
share
house.
wells.
When we bought the house, the water was like orange
We
from all the
don't. No,
metal
we
in it.
don't.
But now
No,
it's
we don't.
fine. Yeah,
Ours
Or
smells
no-
like sulfur. Yours tastes like garlic.
It still doesn't taste
we
like
we do have a water filter, I guess.
Well, yeah, your house would have
Yeah,
a
like
Right.
not
a
like
water
one that like
softener.
has a
osmosis.
Yeah, we have a water softener too.
Yeah, we're getting a softener. They're in the picture.
Softened water.
No, it's like. How do you explain softened water?
It makes it so really soft water is like slimy. Super soft water is slimy.
like
And super-
lake water.
Yeah, kind of.
That tap
Or
water
no,
in general is
maybe that's
fire.
super hard water. I'm never sure how it works.
I think it's probably
It's just-
super hard waters. Probably
Maybe hard water's super slimy, and so it makes it less slimy. Maybe I'm not
It's,
completely sure.
it irritates your skin a lot less to have soft water too.
Max is always worried about.
All right,
irritating
we
your
can
skin.
agree to
All right.
disagree.
Yeah.
Next conversation.
Dude, I thought I had a Monday, Wednesday lunch. I didn't. I dropped my Gatorade in the parking lot.
Did you pick it up?
Yeah,
Just base it on the so it's like smoky.
All right. Silence. Video games can cause aggression.
I mean, do you mean like aggression while you're playing, or like a natural
That's the
aggressive
question.
attitude?
That's the question.
Dude, scoot over.
Dude, scoot over.
There's a lot of us on this seat.
I mean, I would say,
I rage at video games sometimes.
yeah, but if you lose, sometimes you just want to throw your controller at the wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like, actual like naturally, you're gonna be a worse person because you raged on video games.
I think, not because you raged on video games, but I think maybe in the instance of like something like Call of Duty, there would be some kid, kind of like where we talked about guns in the last episode, where he's like, oh, I can kill people almost. Like a mentally ill. And not that necessarily causes aggression, but I do think that can be an issue. Not that they need to
I don't think that
do
was the
something to
question.
change it, though.
I don't think that was the question.
I know.
But I think it I don't see how it like really can't with like a game like Call of Duty, right?
No.
Because I mean, of course, it doesn't like make me think that I'm gonna
Right.
fight in a world war or whatever.
Right, but we're normal people.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean,
Well, that's
everything
part of my
changes for mentally ill. I think 90% of the population, it is not making you think you can kill every single person on this boat in real life.
Right. You could if you wanted to.
Probably not. I mean, maybe. You think you could take a whole yacht?
Absolutely.
I don't know, bro.
Let's bring the yacht out.
Tell him to bring the yacht out.
Just went in.
But I mean, yeah,
Do not try this at
I
home.
would say I can be aggressive if I just get destroyed on video games. Dude, Brody.
Yeah, I feel like it can
This kid.
bring out the worst in you for sure. Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm on a podcast. Get
Brody,
out of here.
Brody's calling you. Wait, just talk to him.
Do you need let in, or what are you doing? Because I thought you were on the podcast and I needed let in because Leighton didn't pick up his phone, but you're not here anyway, so
Yeah,
it's okay.
Leighton.
I don't need you. Goodbye. Why is Stinky not on?
You were already left.
Or like when I'm in the middle of an intense fight and somebody like Max is like, revive me, revive me.
That makes me bad. Not many things make me bad.
Okay.
But
In my defense,
Dude, I suck at
In your
Fortnite anyway, so I don't really
defense.
care.
in my defense, you are trying to 3v1 a squad who doesn't even know where you are versus rezzing.
we're just having fun playing the game, bro.
Why do you say
You,
I know,
you're too,
but-
you go too res, bro. Look at video games is causing violence between us.
This is not violence.
So Max is on the other side. Why are you sitting here?
Yeah, go to the other side.
I do think they cause aggression. I don't think they cause aggression. I don't think playing Call of Duty is gonna make me shoot up the school, but
Not you.
Not you, but it could be.
we're talking about 90% of the population,
No,
not
well,
the 10%.
But you can't.
The question wasn't
It says
does it cause aggression in mentally ill people. It was if it causes aggression in normal people.
You know what 10% of the population is, Max? 10% of the American population?
30 million.
36 million people.
All right, well, it's probably a little. What percentage of Americans are mentally ill?
I don't know. That's
less than
Less
1%.
than yeah. Like
What percentage?
Well,
I think if you're mentally ill, you have to be more careful about
It
those
depends
things.
how
and
you
have to be
describe
more
mentally
regulated
ill.
about those
Yeah.
things. But
I feel like we should let the other people in.
Yeah.
We're kind of just rambling.
Yeah.
now.
I appreciate you, bro.
Great
Okay.
idea.
So, if somebody has this aggression, the aggression is already in them, and the video game does not cause the aggression.
You don't
it
know
might.
that.
It probably doesn't, though. If they already have that aggression,
Yeah.
it
What
would
if they're
just-
playing Call of
it'd
Duty?
bring
It
it
brings
out.
it out.
It
Yeah.
might.
That's a great point.
But that's probably a very small percentage of people. And I would say the average person like us you might be mad at the game or something, but I don't think it causes actual aggression.
Yeah, so I'm like, you gotta
Yeah, it
define
depends where
aggression.
you draw. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I can
Right,
use
that's part of the reason that these questions are hard, because we use subjective terms for all of it, and
Well, we don't want to go in too in depth because then everyone will be on.
Wouldn't be much of a
Yeah, because
question.
I
then.
can't. What's called, like I can lose to my brother and be mad about it, but I'm not gonna come out swinging on him.
I mean, occasionally, Super Smash
one
Bros.
time
I
when
go
I was a little
that
kid, one
You gotta
time when I was a
drop
little
your-
kid, I was playing Lego Batman with my sister. He kept on dying. I started punching him.
That's true though.
I mean, Lego Batman like,
You're
pissed
little
me
like
off
that.
as a little
That's what
kid.
I'm saying.
sorry.
It can cause aggression, but not like.
Maybe you gotta control your anger. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You get mad at a video game, but you can't just like want to punch the person right next to you because you can't beat Lego Batman. You know, like you gotta control it.
Yeah.
You know, and just you gotta like figure out. It's like maybe it's not the game's fault, but your fault.
Yeah. When Luke doesn't
Player.
pop your bubble in Super Mario Bros, you don't need to throw their.
Yeah, when someone throws a blue shell at you.
Yeah, that is true. That is the most. You're finally winning.
feel like-
one, and then
I
you
can't
hit
tell
a
if
blue
Lexi's
shell.
on that side or this side.
No, I'm on this side.
I
Because I think they
I can't
can
tell
cause
what
aggression.
side Evan is on.
They can cause aggression.
What just said that?
okay, so we might even have the middle ground.
They can cause aggression. They can bring out aggression, but they do not cause
They
you
don't
to be
make
an
you
aggressive
aggressive.
person.
But Leighton is right. The aggression is already there.
Exactly.
You just gotta calm yourself down before you.
Just gotta find.
But
your
I
inner
would
Bring
say-
out aggression. It does
Find your
not
inner
cause
zen.
aggression. It
Me
brings
sitting
out
in my
aggression.
room alone versus
That-
me
yeah,
playing
that's a
video
good
games,
middle ground.
I will be more aggressive playing video games because I'm.
Say
not-
that louder, Nick.
Video games do not cause aggression. Wait, what did I say?
They bring it out.
Yeah, they
They
bring
bring it
out aggression.
All right, that's good middle ground, Nick.
Yep.
I don't know why I flashed. That was like a plane landing type spot right there.
That should be a good question.
Do you clap?
So- I hope we don't say no.
dude. The other.
I would clap.
The
You
other
wanna
way
check?
to say that question is, are you a weirdo? Like,
Yeah, you're right. So this question was suggested by somebody else. I'm not completely sure how to word it, but I'm gonna say, how would you word it, Andres? You can ask the question. You want to switch spots? Let's switch spots. You ask the question.
Come on,
Your
Andres.
question.
Come on,
Your
Andres.
question. Yeah.
Make sure you
So
talk loud.
it needs to
in
be a
the mic.
statement, right? Or a yes or no question.
Okay. Well, let me think real quick, bro.
It's hard because there's not like a way to make it yes or no necessarily.
All right, while we're waiting, we're gonna do a quick ad break.
dude, stop. That's.
I'm pretty sure I'm like bad or something if you're not actually sponsored by
Please
it.
sponsor us. It's got 50% more.
Can you say
It's got 50% more protein. 50% less.
We are not actually sponsored by Fairlife Chocolate Milk and Strawberry Milk, but they're really good, and we think that you guys should sponsor us.
With the guy. Oh my god.
All right, thanks, Fairlife.
Okay. Are electric cars better than gas cars?
Better. What do you mean? By
What? Yeah.
See,
what-
that's another like. That's a
More
subjective
influential.
term. More influential.
More influential. I'm gonna say
Influential
how
to
I
the
think.
environment.
Environmentally safe.
Here's what I have to say.
Just wait. People are still deciding.
Just calm her down there. and talk.
Oh man! You gotta come in on some conversation.
I do.
Guys, that's
Yeah.
just agreeing to eat his pizza.
I would say electric cars right now are not the best because of how we're making the energy to fuel them. But
Boy, get it wrong. You on side, bro.
they are still better and more environmentally friendly, and they go 0 to 60 faster, which is pretty cool. If you've ever been in an electric car, you know you just get pushed back. It's pretty cool.
You ever been in a race car?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Life is Roblox. Yeah, I see what you're saying. The idea is there.
The idea is
we
there.
just need to improve
I
it.
agree.
And
Exactly.
South Dakota hasn't like revolutionized this yet, but like I know in different states, or like Tesla owners usually have solar panels up on their roof sometimes to charge their car.
Yeah.
And then they can actually be paid by the electric company if they have any excess of that energy to put it back in the grid, which promotes cleaner energy.
Yeah, it's not maxed out yet.
I think that the at the point that we're at right now, I mean, obviously it's like the thing with vegans. One person deciding they're going to make a change doesn't affect the outcome. One single person saying, I'm going to get a Tesla to save the earth doesn't save the earth. But it doesn't.
But what it makes...
Because there's just going to be some Arabian guy who buys an extra car.
Okay, but listen.
Some Dubai man.
Say every person in America got an electric car, and it's one at a time.
You're on the wrong side, Caleb.
It's still one at a time. Because listen,
I'm not though, Tate.
Because some Arabian man is not buying 300 million gas-powered cars.
Not every American's buying it.
I know, but I mean, if America slowly moves its way over, one person at a time, eventually it will all be electric.
Right.
And it will all be making a difference.
Yeah, but right now,
I don't think anyone's switching from electric back to gas. Not many. As many as are switching from gas to electric.
I think some people maybe would. Also, I don't really know the numbers. If you were, and this isn't related to the environment necessarily, but if you were to buy, say, a $200,000 Tesla, would you end up saving money because you didn't buy a $50,000
Teslas aren't
Lexus?
200,000. They're like 50.
They can range.
They're like,
They can go
they can
up
reach
that
up
high.
there.
They can't.
If they're fully
Yes,
spec'd
they
out,
can.
yeah, if they're
No.
fully spec'd
And
out.
they can't.
I think
I'm telling you, I think it would be hard to buy one.
Do you
over
realize you have
100.
to pay for autopilot?
I-
They can still take
Yeah,
it.
bro,
don't
it's
think it
like an
matters.
extra 10 grand for a sports package, autopilot.
Come sit down. Come sit down.
But
See,
I think once they revolutionize it, it'll be better because they lose like
The Model
20%.
X, which is the SUV, can get up
Max.
to 134. But at the lowest, you can get a 40.
Yeah, but
Autopilot is not every
Where
electric.
do you see 40? Show me the number.
40 is the base
40
model.
for an X?
Okay.
It's like a 3.
While he's arguing about nothing, I'm gonna say
We're not arguing.
74.
You're arguing.
That doesn't seem like
I
40
think
to me.
I think
Right
if
here.
you want
For the
to
newest model.
lower,
That means
Guys,
it's
guys,
used.
hey,
Be quiet, Max.
That means it's used.
I think if your one purpose for an electric car is to not have to pay for gas, it is perfect. I feel like if I only cared about the gas prices and how much I'm spending on gas, I see no reason for me not to buy an electric car.
And once they revolutionize the electric car companies a little more, because they lose like 20% of their mileage when it gets cold or whatever on
Yeah.
the battery charge.
I honestly think it's dumb for like one of us at this moment to have an electric car.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense in our
Because
environment.
we don't
That's-
get
that's
paid
just
from
like-
the electric
okay.
companies.
Ready?
We don't get all that sort of stuff.
Do we know what it costs to like if you have a Tesla and you have a charger like in your garage, like how much does it cost?
Right, that was part of what I
Have
was
that
asking. Do you end up saving any money?
Right.
That's-
Because I know
I doubt
it costs a lot to get it installed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How
Are we
much does
talking
it cost like
about
like
the
a monthly
environmental
payment?
things?
Yeah,
Not
we're talking about
how much-
environmental.
Think about it.
Like,
Oh,
is
it's
it really
environmental.
worth it?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but it's whatever, right?
Okay, what do you
Okay.
Go off.
Now to go off.
let
Okay,
them
wait. There's no if the question's only environment.
No, it's
there's
both.
there's
It's
no
both. It's
okay
both.
because
It's
there's no arguing that electric cars are better for the environment.
No, there.
There is.
How?
No.
I'll tell you
Alright,
right now.
yeah,
I'll
tell
tell
us,
you right
tell
now.
us,
I'll tell you right now.
us.
Okay, so to make them, they're not using electricity to make them. They're using stuff. They're polluting. But
They're
then you
using
gotta think. No, you gotta
okay.
think.
Where
A
do you-
gas car is just straight metal, right? That battery. That's like the only thing polluting. But think about it. When your electric car gets thrown to the junkyard, that thing's just gonna sit with the acid batteries and all that.
Dude, so is your normal car.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
is.
only one
Max.
battery.
Batteries are
Your whole car is a battery. That's
Well, and-
one
and you
small
gotta think,
battery.
Where do they get that electricity from?
where do they get that lithium?
coal and oil power
From
plants.
solar.
That's what
Okay,
exactly.
but listen.
Okay,
listen,
but the
listen.
question-
Some
I mean,
of the cars,
wait,
some
hold
of the
on,
cars,
hold on.
some of the cars are powered by solar. I don't see any gas cars being powered by solar.
Okay.
No, I do that. And listen, there's not a price argument because the average cost of a car in America is $40,000, and the base model Tesla is $40,000.
Okay, so
I
price,
had
they're
to look at
the same.
Prices.
A lot of, as of now, electric cars are fueled by electricity, right? Which comes from like diesel power plants.
Yes.
Where a lot of the power comes from, as of now. I'm not saying that can't change over time, and they do become more environmentally friendly. And then there's also the lithium mining for the batteries, which are not very sustainable, which we don't know how long they last.
Oh,
You don't know how long.
It is child labor.
It is child
Child
labor.
labor.
That's what I'm not a fan of. I think I get rid of all that.
Dude, half your clothes were made in a sweatshop.
I mean, they're not making kids work extra hard in the mines, you know.
Yeah, now they're sewing your clothes.
I know.
I feel like sewing clothes.
I would
is
rather
not-
be
rather
playing
have them-
Minecraft. I would
I
rather
agree
be
with
playing Minecraft than sewing simulator.
I would rather have these kids who are gonna inevitably be having to work in a sweatshop. I'd rather have them making clothes than be in a mine.
Let's steer
Do
away.
you play
from
Minecraft or sewing simulator, Nick?
Showing
This is kind of.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
All right, yeah, Braylon's ready. We got off topic.
All right, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Brandon,
Yeah.
say something.
Speak up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, brother.
Let's hear it out.
Let's hear your Why are you over there, brother?
Why do you agree with
Yeah, yeah,
Because it's more environmentally friendly that way.
but how?
On the long term,
Yeah,
I don't
hey,
think so.
how-
Listen.
Well, in the long
In the long term,
In the long term,
it's-
yes,
I
but
feel like
right
it's
now,
definitely
no.
worse to have an electric car in the long term.
Right
But
now,
I
it's
mean,
probably
like
not worse.
now,
Yeah.
I feel like
Kind of is.
Right. I'm
I
saying,
think now it is, but once they like
Yeah, they got
revolution.
And then
Yeah.
another thing about
Get
what's
better
called
electric.
Tesla's thing, if one thing gets screwed on it, the whole car is screwed until you fix
Yeah,
it.
that is true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Like on a
any
gas car, your what's called power steering can go on. You can still drive that thing. You sure it's gonna be hard, but I mean it's worth it.
Are you driving a car right now, Andres?
No, I'm broke. I don't get cars. I got it right with my brother until he goes to college, and then maybe I get to drive my mommy's car.
But so
Doubtful though.
if you have really anything in a gas car go out, you're done.
Not really.
And you got to get it fixed, which
A lot
if you
of-
can fix it yourself is fine. You can't even legally drive if you don't have headlights that work.
That's not true.
In
Check
Texas?
engine lights come on all the time.
That's
you
not-
don't need
that's
to
not
check
headlights.
That's not headlights.
Well,
That means
Yeah.
maintenance.
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
need
But he
headlights.
said anything.
Do you know
on
in
the car
Texas you
would
have to
break.
legally have
That doesn't mean it's
windshield
broken.
wipers, but you don't have to have a
Check
windshield?
engine doesn't mean anything is broken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
It
funny.
just means it needs
We're kind of
maintenance.
getting
No,
off.
bro,
We're way off topic.
Yeah,
Talking
let's go to the next
All right,
question.
next question.
Tesla gets maintenance updates. Like,
we got to cut out on the side conversations too.
I don't know what our middle ground was there. I'm sorry.
the middle ground was in the future they will be better.
Nick, you want to check the cameras real quick? Do a little run around.
It wasn't rolling good.
And also sponsored by Exxon's Pizza.
Save more, do more.
I like that slowly and Tanner.
He looks like an ostrich when he gets
Just
What time is it?
7:32.
It is 7:33 and 40 seconds.
All right, question us.
Papa.
Tom Brady is the greatest football player of all time.
Ooh.
That's a hard question.
Ooh.
I didn't have to step on it.
So, the numbers for 20-some consistent years that Tom Brady put up was completely unparalleled. And not only did he win so many Super Bowls, he was completely dominant. The Patriots were completely dominant for 20 years. And it was clearly not Bill Belichick. It was clearly Tom Brady, because look at the Patriots now.
Poor Bill.
Yeah, but then.
I mean, the numbers kind of just say it all.
Yeah, like the number of rings that he has
You gotta be.
says a lot.
He could wear one for every day of the week.
I mean, there's just
he lost one though. He got divorced.
Yeah.
Oh,
his
yeah.
wife.
But his
but-
wife took the credit for his Super Bowl champion or his win.
Max, because you know when you get married, you get a ring. So and when they got divorced,
God,
he
Max,
lost
you're
her
so
ring.
stupid.
Well, you said we were talking about Super Bowl rings, and you said he lost the Super Bowl ring.
No, I
Yeah,
said
because
he
everything
lost
they
her
had
ring.
together,
Oh, alright.
he already had 4 rings without it. And, you know,
True, bro.
had 3 rings when they were together.
All right, Andreas, let's hear it. Max.
All right, I'm a cook.
Can I get
Anyways, not really.
I'm a
That was got valid,
Can I get an
valid situations. Which y'all want to hear mine? All right. So Tom Brady has been on a team that's been. Yes, I'm perfectly agreeable. Yes, he's won 7 Super Bowls. Yes, he's a great NFL player. But is he the greatest of all time?
Name
Who
one
is the
person
greatest
better.
one on there? Who would
Randy
you-
Moss. I'm not just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
No,
But
who-
look,
who-
wait, no.
who would
See,
you
no,
actually say is
wait.
better?
Joe
wait,
Burrow.
Wait, yeah, Joe Burrow. wait though, because he's had a top 10 defense 5 out of the 7 times he's won the Super Bowl. His greatest Super Bowl was against the Eagles, where he lost. He's been the Seahawks Super Bowl. Lord, he wasn't the king of that. That was his defense. The defense was the one that carried him. I'm agreeable that he's a good player, but would those 7 Super Bowls be there if he was on like the Bears or something?
My only
No.
argument, who's better?
Who's better?
Because if you
Yeah.
can't name someone better,
He has more Super
Who's
Bowls
the
than
other
he
Joe
does
Burrow,
Super Bowls,
bro?
Joe Montana has 4.
Yeah.
And
He
he was on.
Yeah,
a good
he's
team.
also on a carry
He
team.
He was on a good team because he left, or he got hurt, and his backup came in and won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, his
the year
backup wasn't a bum though.
the year after Tom Brady left, like what happened?
I say that
to the
Aaron
Patriots?
Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time.
A-Rod, bro. 4-time
First the camera,
4-time
and
MVP.
buddy. They're like, sit.
All right,
Okay, I'll be agreeable. I'll move over.
Yeah.
but I think there's also a thing for Tom Brady that he took pay cuts so that he could have a great defense.
But you do
That's
have to be
different.
agreed that he has been carried on to lose.
Well, he was thinking.
That it wasn't all just him for him to be able.
Well,
to,
yeah, there's 21 other players on the football team.
Yeah.
Like,
So we found our middle ground. Everybody just thinks Tom Brady's great.
I mean,
I don't. I think he should have retired a long time ago.
rings than most
Oh,
NFL teams.
to go.
Yeah, he does. He has more rings than any NFL.
not more than the average.
Dude, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
but never mind.
This is not. This
Not
is
anymore,
cream
his wife
cheese
took
on
it.
my shorts, dude.
You said these are not my shorts.
No, I have cream cheese on them, and it looks very not good.
I have a really heated one. How
They
Nick,
go on
come
my
in
shorts.
frame, boy.
I'm in a frame though.
No, you're not.
You
That's
were
out of frame. How heated should we get?
Caleb seems good.
How he.
What was the
She
question?
kind of mad, did it?
No, that's not the question.
Wait, will this be our last question?
It could be.
Yeah, I think so.
Depending on how long.
Yeah, let's go heated. Heated
Heated,
for the
that
last
one will
one.
last a while.
Okay.
man.
Get Max heated.
This is actually gonna kind of show what city
Go
we
back to
live
the
in.
chapter 1 match.
They're talking about Fortnite.
Should Fortnite go back to the chapter 1 map? Dude, it was
Yes.
That's not even a
You
debate.
guys are angry.
That's a question for
Bro, I
all.
miss tilted. Okay,
Alright.
everyone's gotta be quiet. Max can't just. You're worse than Brody was last time.
Dude.
Dang, that's rough.
Okay, let's be quiet.
I love Brody, but not Max.
Yapper going over
Gender identity has gone too far. No, that's one. Wow. See, there are absolutely some people who would disagree with us.
Oh yeah, there would be
There's
some.
lots of
for
people
sure
in our
some
school.
people.
It's
We get canceled.
outside of world or nationwide, the majority of people would disagree with us.
I'm guaranteed.
Yeah,
There's,
Yes.
there's
I feel
people
like
in Hill
anyone
City that
right
would
would
probably
disagree.
disagree.
Or would
I mean, you know
I-
it's a problem when you could technically identify as an Apache helicopter.
Yeah. I think like the pronoun stuff like kind of went too far. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
is
is silly. You know,
I like if you are a male and you want to be a woman, I
So be it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, if you want to be gay, I got
But,
no
like,
problem with it. But
wait,
if you're an
right,
Apache
right,
helicopter,
yeah.
If you want to be a
Mix your
Samsung
stories,
LE refrigerator,
There's
One-
no
one
point
person
to be
at a
like
time.
a they them. Like that doesn't make. Really
That doesn't even
sense.
make language sense.
It doesn't
Yeah.
Like
And the
they,
children.
they and them and their refer to multiple people. It's plural. Are you a plural?
No.
You're one person.
we gotta zoom in.
My genders.
And they're talking to children about it, and
Yeah,
That's
they-
not the
I think they
children.
shouldn't be like promoting
that's
that in
gone
school.
too far. They're going too far by involving
Gender
the kids.
identity.
I personally don't get how you could be in the 3rd grade and already say you're what's it called
Because your
trans.
parents are
I agree with you.
moms who have victims.
I mean,
So-
third
or
grade,
should
I
I-
was in the NFL, but
Yeah, so that's the thing. A 6-year-old boy says that he wants to be a princess. Are the parents gonna be like, okay, you can be a princess if you want to?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
some.
exactly
That's
what
kind of
they-
like that's
They
what.
gonna feed them.
Personally, 18
Prince.
what?
So yeah,
yeah, to give like a kid hormones is
Right.
kind of messed up.
They
Like, they
use-
don't know what they.
their
They
brains
can't.
haven't fully
And then they're
developed
like,
yet.
it's like, let's say Caleb was like 10, and then he's like, I want to be a girl, and then his parents just gave him
Right, just
hormones.
made me a girl.
Or-
And then like,
Hormone
what if you
blockers.
like are like, oh, I actually wasn't,
Serious.
didn't want
Right.
to be a girl, and now you actually are.
What?
I just
Like-
like girls.
Now you have the hormones.
One more question.
I want to know more about.
All right, we
I thought it was
decided
gonna be more heated. I
went
thought
too
we were
far.
gonna disagree.
Honestly,
Don't
Pronouns are dumb.
let kids decide
That
on
when he
like
said 20
so
minutes, we
that-
were all gonna develop.
exactly.
Let's go over.
Or again. One more question. Heated one.
I have a heated one if you don't have it.
Okay, but the 10-second gap before you say
Dude,
the
I was
question
thinking-
does make it hard.
Max, you gotta shut up, man.
You just stand there like it's like this dramatic
Hey,
thing.
hold on.
I was thinking.
Has politics caused more harm than good? Or politics has caused more harm than good?
I pay attention to politics, and in today's modern society, it is necessary. But like the political party. So you're suggesting the political party side of things, or just politics in
Just
general?
politics in general.
Um,
that includes parties and
Right, so politics are necessary. People need to discuss their different opinions. That's the only way that society can improve. But there are people who, in the modern society, believe certain things only because their political party does. And that's what I don't think. Either there, in a lot of cases, there's no black or white, and the parties tend to think that there is, and so then people end up believing black or white.
yeah. I think politics shelters minds more than it should. It should be a more widespread.
See, I don't think politics.
Max, don't be talking over there, bro.
Dude, Max
Thank
is. You gotta get him off the podcast.
Max needs to be canceled.
You guys are just mad today for no reason.
You're supposed to be quiet.
I was being quiet. I bet the mic didn't pick it up, bro.
You know, that it was actually, what episode would it have been? Season 2, episode 1, maybe. I had to cut out the sound on multiple points because Max said things that he couldn't, and he thought he was whispering, but the mic could hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, but
the mic could hear it.
But the
What
mic
did I
could
say,
hear
Caleb?
it. You said something about.
Just now?
No.
No, what did I say just now?
I'll be able to hear it.
No, but like, can you hear it?
on?
No, if you turn up the volume.
They don't know anything about politics. No, I didn't say that either.
yeah,
I did.
we might have cut that out. You saying.
Yeah.
And that what I just said there.
So, politics are necessary. I don't think it shelters the mind. I think political parties shelter the mind.
Okay, yeah.
Because politics, in the basic, completely basic politics is just discussing different topics and
How they should be handled.
and how they should be handled, and then also dealing with who gets put into things like office.
Yep.
Okay, let's let Max cook.
Okay. So, politics is not that. Politics is the activities of the government, which is necessary. If we didn't have a government, we wouldn't have America. We wouldn't have made any evolutions as a society. It is necessary.
We also wouldn't be able to trade with other
We wouldn't be able to
countries.
trade with
Yeah,
other
see,
countries.
that's the good that politics has done.
I'd
Now
say the
what's
good.
bad.
There is some bad with like political parties and all that in politics. Politicians are corrupt.
Yeah.
But I would say overall, all the things it gets us, like to trade, allows us to be free in America. Like
It would just be
Yeah,
anarchy.
like,
it would be anarchy
Our
without
our
politics.
lives are so much better
That's not the
because of
conversation.
like trade deals and stuff that the government has made.
No, the question isn't if they're necessary. I said that they're necessary.
They're definitely necessary.
they-
but
Yeah,
I'd say
yeah,
that
yeah,
because
harm
they're
than good.
necessary, they cause more good than
Yeah, so
bad.
Okay, what do you
That's
think
you're
is
what I'm
saying they
worse?
cause more good because like look at your clothes. I'm sure most of them are from a different country.
because of
And-
the politics that got them traded and the sweatshops they're made in.
Okay. What do you think is worse? Politicians making a lot of money, or not having America?
I think
What is
that-
You know what I think is worse? Politicians sending their
Not the question.
Let him finish,
Bro,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Okay, bad.
politicians sending their son into Eastern Europe to collect money and claiming that it was something else, but then because you're aligned with a certain political party, there's no consequence.
Yeah, I
Is
think-
Tanner in the middle?
That's a justice system.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't even pay attention to politics. Like, all I know is Let's Go Brandon and Trump is orange. And Hillary Clinton was one of the first women or something like that. That's like all I know. So that's why I'm over here. I don't know anything. I'm just
Yeah.
over here because I don't pay attention.
I'm going off what I know. I can say that I think the political parties have gone too far
Right.
with like instead of people choosing, oh man, this president would be best for our nation, but they choose a different guy because
He's that
they're
way.
Democrat, he's Republican. or
Exactly.
You know, one of the things I will agree is Joe Biden. I think he has dementia or something. So I've seen some like the clips of him just like walking off. I'm like, what is bro doing? Like, did he actually fall down like the stairs on a plane? Is that like, or is that just like a meme? I'm like,
He already
I don't
fell
know.
off his bike.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah.
And then I saw him walk away from where he was supposed
Why
to.
do you
Like,
have such a
keep on
The
walking.
stairs is understandable. The bike is not.
Well, actually, it kind of is. If you watch it, if you go frame by frame, he had the like things that loop around his foot. And his foot got caught in it.
But it's the way he fell was so funny.
Okay, that's off
Okay,
topic.
Caleb. What for you personally? What has the government done that harms you, versus what have they done that is good for you, such as the roads and the schools
I can
and
say a few things. I think
your house? How has the government screwed you personally over?
Can I?
Yeah,
put
you
in
can.
on this?
Yeah.
Well, a certain political party, we're not going to say which one, but like the government has shut down the one pipeline
At least you have cars and gas to
Yeah,
use in them.
I know,
Like,
but
At least
because
you
of the
have a couple
government, like,
pipelines.
whoa! I'm not saying. I'm not like Jesus.
Starting on it.
I'm just saying that life could be a little better with another pipeline.
Yeah,
Now,
but
it wouldn't be better for the environment per se.
We
But,
close the
like,
pipe
there'd
down.
be-
Okay, but
for-
without the
for me,
government.
well, calm down.
I'm sorry.
Let
I'm
me
sorry. I thought
finish.
you were done.
People
I thought you were
would
done. I
get
thought you were done.
jobs.
For like me personally,
Yeah, a lot of
it would have probably improved my life a little better.
yeah, I would say it would, but it's because of the government that you have
Any.
cars and gas and can
I
drive
did not
them
say the
anywhere.
government did not give me this stuff.
Is it because of the government that we have cars?
Nah, I think so.
It's because
I
of the
think it's
government
like-
that we have roads.
Yeah, to drive.
And
cars
rights
on.
to drive cars.
Well, it's the government's thing that the roads are.
I guess, but that's the law.
Conserved and
If
stuff.
you really want to, you could drive it if you weren't allowed. I mean, it's just breaking the law.
Well, no,
I
and
mean,
the
anyone could
government
build it.
pays
I mean,
for the
right,
roads.
and in a sense, if you really wanted
I
to,
mean, technically, you can drive.
we could get it. We could have roads without any government at all.
Yeah.
But
There's definitely roads out there that
There would
just
just
someone
be-
puts gravel down. They're not
And
official
right.
roads, but
Third.
I'm not an anarchist.
And there would be
You're an anarchist.
I'm not an
it's like
anarchist.
someone just wants like chaos and no
Yeah.
government.
Oh.
yeah,
Well,
Not
that's someone who wants
necessarily,
to
Sounds like
see
it is.
chaos. The idea
There you
of
go.
chaos in an anarchist society is created by the people who don't want anarchism. It's just like, yeah. I mean, someone who follows the laws isn't going to say that they want no laws, and someone who doesn't follow the laws is going to say that they don't want laws.
Okay, but if
And so the idea of calling it chaotic to be in an anarchist society is only because of
Those people.
the people who aren't anarchists.
so if it was an
I'm
anarchy,
not saying I
You
agree
think-
with whatever.
crime rates would go down.
No,
guys, we do
They
need to
would-
find.
I'm not saying. I just said I'm
All
not.
right.
That's fundamental.
We need to find a
Well,
middle
that's
ground.
the.
This is episode 3.
Wait, no,
This
we gotta
question?
shoot a thumbnail.
This question is going to be left up to you guys. What's the middle ground for you guys? Yep. Mom, Dad, what's the middle ground?
All right, what a great picture.
Oh, okay.